Hey there, welcome back friends. Today we will try to understand couple of more things related to servlet. Now friends, when we have checked the life cycle of a servlet, we have checked this particular presentation. Now in this presentation we can easily make out that the first method which gets called when we load the servlet is nothing but our init method. Now how to deal with the init method is something which we have seen in our last video. Likewise, for every request, our service method gets called. Whenever there is a request, there is a hit on your servlet, definitely the service method will invoke and the service method will serve the request. Likewise, when we unload the servlet, when we stop the web server, then finally the destroy method gets called so that all the resources which are used by the servlet can be released. So these three methods are very important when it comes to lifecycle. Now friends, let's move into Eclipse and let's check couple of more things. Now friends, in our last video we have created this particular application where we have two servlets, namely home.java, and in here the URL pattern is /. Whereas we have a yet another servlet where the URL pattern is /demo. Now this particular servlet which has the URL pattern as / will serve all the requests except the request where the URL pattern has /demo2. So I guess this is clear. So whenever we have the base URL / any text, this particular servlet will serve the request. But if there is a URL pattern like the base URL, for example studyeasy.org/demo2, there is /demo2 in the URL pattern after the base URL, then definitely all the requests would be served where the URL pattern is demo2 by this servlet, which is cool enough, right? So there are like two servlets, which is cool, but now we're gonna add a yet another servlet. So let us highlight our package. We will right click, navigate to new and create a new servlet. And we will give the name as, for example, new servlet, right? And we will click on next. And this particular part where we have initialization parameters and URL pattern is something which we have seen already. So we will skip on it. We will click on next. And now we have this particular part where we have couple of methods. Now we will talk about these methods. Init method is something which we have already seen. Destroy method is again we have seen. So this method is already there, but if we would like to override this method, we can do that. Then servlet config and servlet info is something which we have already seen. These give us couple of functionality. For example, extracting our init parameter, we would require this method. Likewise, if we would like to extract the information related to servlet, we can make use of this method, which is again can be overridden. Then we have the service method. Service method is something which gets called for every request. Again, we can override this one. Now rest of the methods are nothing but method based on some specific protocol. For example, for a get request, we have the do get method. For post request, we have the do post method. Likewise, we have do put, do delete, do head, do options, and do trace methods based on the protocols based on the request. And that's it. So these are few things which we have discussed before getting started with database connectivity. So in our next video, we will try to understand how to connect with the database. So something interesting is coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.